Oh, wow. I can't believe it worked. Now, if the stream would just keep going this smoothly at the beginning, chat, we might have something. We might have something. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the episode of Rants About Tech Live here today for this Friday. TGIF, everybody. It's a special Friday. We got a Boox announcement. It's Boox announcement day. So we got some good stuff to talk about today. We're just going to pop in, just an impromptu live to talk about the new Boox updates, and then we're out again. Pop in, pop out. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it like that today. Thank you guys for joining me, though. Sunny day here in Philadelphia. I hope you're enjoying some sunshine wherever you are. I was reminded we have a special guest today. Oh, it's not smooth. Oh, it's not. Chat. It's not smooth. Okay. For some reason, we're still experiencing it. Oh, boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ah. 6 minutes in, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I thought we had it fixed. I really did. Should I restart it? Did that fix it? It probably didn't. It didn't fix it. Or maybe it did. Oh. Oh boy. That didn't. Oh, connection is excellent. Connection is excellent now. I don't know what it is. It's just the start. I think we might be good. I think we might be good now. It's gonna clear up, I think. Oh, my bad, chat. Listen, I appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Let me just I really do. I really appreciate you guys. Air horns for the people who are still here. This is why I don't want to do the lives anymore until I get this problem fixed. I don't know what the cause is. I've rebooted. I've reset the router and modem. My connection, every time I do a connection test, is perfect. Yeah. We're still working on it, though. We're still working on it. All right, chat. Let's get right to the show, though. Let's get right to the show. And the quality. Oh boy, the quality dropped too. Oh, listen, chat. This is why I can't do it. Yeah, I'm using OBS, Mr. Media. I'm using OBS. I don't. It hasn't been this way before. It really just started doing this like a few weeks ago. So something I did must be. I don't know what it is. I really think it's my computer, because I don't have this issue when I do streaming from the PC. So I know it's not the internet connection, and I know it's not OBS. So I think it's the computer. My MacBook Pro, something's going on. So I gotta fix that. We'll fix it though. All right. Anyway, let's jump right into the show, you guys. My apologies for that rough start. No, I did install a whole bunch of new programs too. I did install a whole bunch of new programs, and they could be running in the background for all I know. So maybe that's something I need to check out as well. But the quality cleared up. That's awesome. All right. So let's see how bad it is, or how good. Oh, okay. We only lost one person. That's what's up. All right. Thank you guys for sticking around. Let's go ahead and get to the topics here. I think we can still work out the transitions. Do they still work? They don't. Okay. All right. We'll do it manually. All right, everybody. We're going to get to the Boox discussion here because there's but before we do that, there's a special guest I wanted to show real quick. There's a special guest before she goes to sleep. Oh boy. I got a new member of the family. Okay, Sony, don't. All right, Sony, thank you. We got a new cat, and she's awesome. Now let me just real quick before we get to the book stuff. This cat right here, this cat is a G. I don't even know how it's possible. We got 3 other cats. One of those 3 other cats is a straight gangster. She is like, she don't play no games. We can't even grab her to cut her nails because that's how like gangster she is. She'll give you the paps. She'll give you the skippity paps with the quickness. So, and they hurt. I know. I've gotten them multiple times. So we don't bother her. None of the other cats bother her. She does her own thing. Nobody bothers her. This cat came into the house. One cat hissed at her. That's all she does. She just hisses. It doesn't bother the cat that's hissing. The new kitten doesn't care that she's being hissed at. She's like, oh, that's cute. You're hissing. And the cat that's a G, Maple, runs from this cat. She sees this cat and goes the other way. Everybody's scared of this cat, but she's the sweetest thing. She's like, I'm fair. I'm firm, but fair. She get that back going. She scares other cats. So anyway, just thought I'd introduce the new member of the family there. She's cute. She's like, I don't know what kind of cat she is though. I just know she's of the cute variety. All right, Aaron says, we're not leaving because of some lag. I thank you. Let's get to the Boox discussion. My bad, you guys. My bad. I saw her. I had to grab her before she ran away. That's what she does. She runs from me. She'll let me hold her, but if she hears me coming, because I'm just loud. I'm loud. I gotta say. You probably already know this, but I'm loud when I'm coming towards her. So she feels that as aggression, and I'm like, no, this is how I move. But if she runs, she scampers off. But once I get her in a position, she's like I'm sitting somewhere, she'll come up to me and then I can grab her and hold her. She's cool in that way. All right, again, let's get this transition going. All right, let's go to the Boox site real quick. We have a few new products to talk about, and we talked about them in the chat last night for a little while as well. Let's get to that here. We got the Boox. I think we got Mira Series displays to talk about. We got a Boox Tab XC to talk about. We have what else we got here? Oh boy. There we go. We got the Tab XC here. We got the Go 7 series, which they updated the Go Color 7 from last year. So I really think the major update here is just going to be the operating system they put on it and the fact that you can write on these devices now, which is the Gen 2 variety we see here. We also have the Mira series devices. Oops. Well, can we get that out of the way? Can we? Oh, bam. All right. We also have the Mira series. Can we get that back up here? There we go. Bam. We also got the Mira series of devices to talk about, which is their monitors, which I'm kind of interested in. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the Tab XC here. So let's jump right into it. All right, so we got the Tab XC here now. First, let's get me up here again. Oh, whoa, that wasn't what I was trying to. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Oh. That is what I was trying to do accidentally. Bam. Okay. Now, this is what I was trying to do. All right. So let's talk about this here. We talked about this in the Discord last night for a little bit. And a couple interesting tidbits. So let's jump right into it. We'll get to like the published information here first. Everything you've ever dreamed of, a gateway to an efficient paperless workspace. Let's take a look at this real quick. Can we? All right, so that Inkspire pen that we saw a little while back, we talked about in the Discord. I mentioned it on a couple of lives as well. It looks like exactly what we thought it was going to be, a USI pen. I mean, we don't know that specifically, right? But when they say things like active, stylus, like battery powered, we know what we're looking at here. This is a USI standard. This is similar to what Remarkable's doing with their Remarkable Paper Pro. So yeah, I don't think this is, I think this is what we thought it was in that case. Oops, oh, my bad. And we know that the pressure sensitivity, what is that, the same? Yeah, same pressure sensitivity as Wacom. Yep, this is just what the Remarkable is doing with their devices. Let's see if they got the I mean, I would imagine they got the keyboard right this time because they fixed it with the Note Max. So at least the problem that we were having with the Note Max keyboard shouldn't be an issue here. Joseph the Spaceman says, are you going to review the Note Max? No, I'm not really looking forward to the Note Max because of the display. So, but the Tab XC here that we're going to look at, or that we're looking at right now, I am getting this device. I'll be reviewing this. But not the Note Max. I'm not with the Note Max. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm skeptical of even the Tab XC. I just need a bigger display to do my prototyping and design drawings on. Like the extra real estate will be very nice for that. So that's why I really want this device right here. But the problems with the Note Air 4C is kind of holding me back from really being excited about this, because I used to be so confident that Onyx would put out a product that I would at least feel a baseline level of comfortability with, you know what I mean? But after the Note Air 4C, and then some of the things I saw, even with the Note Max, I'm just like, my confidence is shaking a little bit in this new screen tech. But I do like the fact that Jay has the Note Max, and he says all the time that it's super powerful enough. He never has any performance issues out of it. So maybe if you throw a bunch of horsepower at this firmware, because I really think the problem is the firmware optimization. If you throw enough horsepower at the firmware, I think you can overcome a lot of these obstacles. The Go 10.3 just doesn't have the horsepower for that. Well, but then again, like we've seen Aaron's Go 10.3. And he doesn't have the issues that I'm having with mine, and a lot of other people are having with theirs. So it's situational. Mr. Mira says, so is USI better than Wacom Tech, or is it just a way to keep you using their stylus? this is, to me, in all honesty, this is just a way to keep you using their stylus. I mean, in all fairness, there are other USI styluses on the market. Like you can buy a whole slew of USI stylus. The problem is not all of those is, in my experience, is not as standard as Wacom, right? So if you think about it, I think Kit may have tested some USI pins on the Paper Pro, and they didn't all work. So the Remarkable Paper Pro pen worked, but other styli that did use the USI standard didn't work with the Paper Pro. Now it turns out that the S Pen stylus in the new Galaxy S25 Ultra does work with the Remarkable Paper Pro. So there are some levels of variation in the compatibility in the devices that use the USI standard. And Wacom, I've seen some exclusive stylus out there with pens, like take the eNote for instance. The eNote pen can't be used on any other Wacom device. It uses, but then again, you know what? I'm sorry. The eNote doesn't use the standard Wacom technology. They use their own proprietary technology, which is why their pen doesn't work and no pens work on their device. So, yeah. So for my understanding of Wacom, I haven't come across a Wacom standard that just didn't work across all Wacom standards. USI is different. Sheen says, I hope not. I really like my Wacom stylus. Me too. And we talked about this last night on the Discord, where this may come down to being a battle of the pens, right? Like if you're like me and you're steeped into like the pens that you like and highly invested in the pens that you like, this standard may not be what you want, because you got to jettison all the pens that you've come to know and love. Now, that's not to say that you won't find USI standard pens that are really good, that you like a lot. It's just going to be different. And a lot of people don't like change in that way. It's like change. I equate it to like changing camera systems, right? Like I have all of my cameras are Sony cameras. I have 4 Sony cameras in here, and if I were to change one of my cameras, I would almost feel tempted to change all of them. Or if I wanted to buy a particular lens that Sony didn't sell, and I had to go buy like a Nikon or maybe a Fujifilm camera just to use a particular lens, and I've thought about that. Yeah, I thought about that. But the thought of feeling like I need to change the rest of my camera system out to something else for the use of one thing, I was like, no, it's not worth it for me. So that's how I see this pen changing thing. I see it as like camera system changing. I wouldn't want to do that. Some people have to, and they do make that change, and then they have to change out everything. Whoa. And then they have to change out whoa. And then they have to change out everything. But yeah, this could come down to a battle of the pens if this USI standard either A, doesn't meet what people have come to expect from Wacom, or if they're so deeply rooted in the pens that they like and love right now that they're like, nah, I'm not giving this up, so I'll keep buying Wacom standard tablets to be able to use my pen. And if you're a Supernote owner, you're probably thinking that to yourself. You're not trying to give up your ceramic nib pen. I mean, I guess if Onyx or Ratta were to change their standard to USI, they would probably also be able to like retrofit nibs and stuff like that. So that might not be an issue. Like that's something I'm thinking about right now, considering the rise of USI. Like, okay, maybe I need to look into the USI standard and see how I can retrofit my nibs for this USI standard. So it's going to be a whole transition for people, for sure. Dr. Ling says, honestly, the Remarkable Paper Pro Marker Pro is my favorite pen. I like that thing. I went on a live before the beginning of the new year. I went on a live talking about how this premium pen changed my. Okay, never mind. It wasn't this pen. It was the premium pen for the Remarkable 2. The Remarkable 2 changed my take on cylindrical tubes like this because of how well that rubber end worked. it's not rubber, but how good it felt and how much it reminded me of an actual eraser on the back end of that premium Remarkable 2 pen. I had been dealing with the standard Remarkable 2 pen, and I hate it. I got the premium one because they sent it to me for, I forgot why they sent it to me, but they sent it to me with something they sent. So I've been using that, and I'm like, oh, whoa. Yeah, I like this. It renewed my faith in cylindrical tubes. This is not landfill trash, but most other ones are. Most other ones are. Dr. Ling says, wish it was still Wacom though. Yeah, same. I wish it was Wacom as well. I'm just like, now you got to go buy new pens. So I've been looking at the landscape of USI pens. I don't like any of them. Lenovo probably has the best one that I've seen, but I don't even like that. So this could like, so put it like this: there are no. Let me get big in the frame here so you'll feel the gravity of what I'm about to say. Okay. I've looked and I haven't found one what I would call artisan pen in the USI market. There are tons of artisan style pens in the Wacom market. USI market, they're all this right here, which is cool. Like I said, I've come to appreciate this, but you're trust me, you're not gonna find anything like this on the USI market. You're just not. You're just not. You're not gonna find. Oh boy. Oh, where is it? You're not going to find this. Oh, whoa, Sony. Whoa, what's going on? Okay, all right. You're not going to find anything like this in the USI market. These are what I would call premium artisan pens. For people who care about real writing utensils. That's what these are. I care. So, yeah, you're not going to find anything like that on the USI market. And until they do that, I'm going to be hating on them. So just know, if you come to Rants About Tech, the USI standard will be hated on until they do something about the disparity between this and this. So, wait, Aaron says, I think Lamy makes one. Do they? Whoa. Whoa, let's look at that. let's find out. Let's see it. I'm interested now. I mean, it probably wouldn't be called USI, right? I'm just going to do a quick search because I didn't see one on, yeah. Well, until I see one, I'll judge it when I see it. I'll judge that pen when I see it there. But let's go back to here. And this is one of the things I'm like, I'm skeptical about is this Spire pen. That's what brought us down this road. The ink Spire pen. It looks like a piece of cylindrical landfill trash, like what Onyx sells with everything. It's not doesn't look premium, or I don't know how it feels, but it's doing nothing for me per se. It's doing nothing for me. Okay, here we go. 7 nanometer process technology. So this right here is the same processor that's in the Note Max. Same exact processor that's in the Note Max. For all intents and purposes, I mean, I hesitate to call this the Note Max Color only because this has the Tab OS and the Note has the Note OS. But that's just semantics. They could have put the Tab OS on the Note Max easily. I mean, it used to be the defining thing was BSR, but that doesn't even define a Note device anymore. versus the tab. I mean, it's literally about the operating system at this point. That's it. The specs are the same. 6 gigabytes of RAM, Note Max, Tab XC, same exact processor, same 7 nanometer process, same 2.4 gigahertz speed. So you'd be hard pressed to get me to believe it's something else in here other than the same processor that's in the Note Max. So all things being equal, like I said, this to me is the Note Max color, period. They could have just called it that. I mean, but it's got the Tab OS. Oh, I forgot. The Tab OS is the defining factor here. Smart writing tools. Easily develop ideas, review documents, or transform rough scribbles into refined shapes. I do like that. So they're just talking about the operating system here. Split screen mode, nothing new. We're accustomed to that. We're accustomed to a tablet-like interface, which is why I like the Tab OS. They give you widgets. They give you a tablet-like interface versus a Note-style interface. Meet the new inspired stylist. Think bigger, write easier. Develop your inspired ideas freely on Tab XC. So we durable replacement tip. So chat. I said this. I said this on live multiple times. I went to Discord and said it multiple times. If you're not in Discord, you should be. You should be. Become a member of the channel. Get yourself up to the Discord. The link for the invite is over there in the members post. Get into Discord. Join the conversation. The thing here is that tip is the same tip. I said this when I saw blurry. I saw a picture of this that looks like it was taken from an iPhone in 2004. Was the iPhone around? It was. Matter of fact, it looked like a leaked photo from 2004. That was how blurry the picture was. But I still spotted the fact that this tip looked exactly like the Remarkable Paper Pro tip. I even said that. And I was like, listen, that tip has me thinking that this is a USI standard pen. Can I spot them? I can. Anyway, magnetic attachment, wireless charging. This is that pen. I guarantee this doesn't work on the Remarkable Paper Pro, though. I guarantee this pen does not work on the Remarkable Paper Pro. We're going to find out. Oh, I was about to say Jay's going to tell us, but Jay hates Remarkable, so he's not going to test this. We got to find somebody to test it because I won't be buying. I would be buying the Tab XC though, so maybe I'll be able to test this. Super interesting though. I guarantee it doesn't work. And I'm only saying that because of the conversation we just had about the pens. You're going to have to get a specific pen for a specific device. Like what? That's not the road I want to go down. I'm not even sure this is the road that Onyx wants to go down. We'll find out soon enough. I might have to just voice my outrage on Reddit after this. We're going to find out. I don't like this. I don't like this cornholing of the pen use. Don't cornhole me, bro. Don't cornhole me, okay? Just let me use whatever pen I want to use. You know, let me decide that. You don't decide that. Let me do it. And this landfill trash right here, not cutting it. 4,096 pressure levels of tilt sensitivity. Wacom standard still has that. Supports magnetic wireless charging. Wacom doesn't need magnetic charging. You don't even have to worry about it. As if I would keep my pen attached to the tablet all day. Replaceable stylus tip, Remarkable, the same thing. We've seen this. Includes haptic pressure sensor to provide tactile. What? Chat. Oh, we're seeing this. Oh, we're seeing it. Includes haptic pressure sensor to provide tactile feedback. I'm tearing up a little bit. Let me compose myself a little bit. That just hit me right in the heart. Oh my God. Yes. Chat, yes. This is the reason. I'd forego for this. I'd forego my Lamy for some haptic feedback. Yes, Dr. Ling, more than just a tube. Holy cow, this is more than just a tube. They've done it. What? What? They've given me a reason. Holy cow. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, listen, chat. Let me compose. Hold on. Let's calm down for a second. Let's calm down. Let's calm down for a second. Let's compose ourselves. Let's get back to. Whoa. Let's change this. Can we change it? Yeah. Let's change it. Whew. Chat. Let's all calm down. Let's the level of the room go down a little bit. Let's just. Okay. Chat. Haptic feedback. Okay, you know, all right, now, all right, I've calmed down. I've calmed down a little bit. Woosah. Okay, now I've calmed down. Now I'm thinking about it logically from being shocked just now. I'm still tearing up. I'm so, tears of joy. I can't believe it. Okay, now, interesting. Now my brain is taking hold and I'm thinking, what are we using this for? What's the haptics for? That's important. Are you giving me a haptic for touching the screen? You know what? I still can't even use the pen as a long press to select paste. So that's just the gripe I have about pens. We'll leave that alone for now. All right. So what are we going to do with this haptic feedback? What are we, Parmesan? What's going on? What are we going to do with this haptic feedback? That becomes important. Because if it's just haptic feedback for doing dumb stuff, leave it to Onyx to mess up haptic feedback. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what my immediate, Sheen says, what is haptic feedback? Let's go to the chat real quick. Let's go to the chat. Dr. Ling says, bought a second market to Market Pro to avoid tariffs. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We're going to talk about that here, too, in a second, after all of this excitement goes down. Wonder if the Market Pro will work on these. Sheen says, no, absolutely not. Guarantee not. Nope. I guarantee it won't work on these. I'm going to test it, though, because like I said, I'm going to get one of these in. They're not out yet, but when they do come out, I'm going to get one in. We're going to test it. I think Lamy makes one. I don't know, Aaron. I hope they do. It's just it's just for Apple and Android. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Dr. Ling, more than just a tube. Yes, absolutely. Parmesan says that was a flip-flop with some net breaking speed. Listen, I know what hills to die on. I know what hills to die. I can spot the hill I need to die on. Okay, from a mile away. I'm looking at the hill over there. I'm like, oh, it's a hill. I like that hill. Would I die on that hill though? Is it a good spot to lay myself to rest? No, probably not. This isn't one of those hills. Okay, so I'm willing to acquiesce, if you will, on this pen thing, because when you're bringing something good to the table, but when you're taking something away and you're not bringing anything, I'm upset. But if you're taking something away because you're bringing all these goodies, oh yeah, I'm with that. Haptic feedback is goodies. Sheen says, what does haptic feedback mean though in a pen? That could be a lot. Now, this is what I think, Sheen. When I hear haptic feedback in a pen, I automatically think the new Apple pen. And the new Apple pen uses haptic feedback to, they put it to really good use. All right, so case in point. When you want to switch a pen, when you want to switch a tool, you can double tap, right? Now, typically, haptic feedback means that the pen is active in some way. It senses things. That's where my brain went. That it will be able to sense when I want to switch a tool. I don't have to go switch a tool. I don't have to learn a gesture. I can double tap, 1 tap, 3 taps. I don't know. And it will give you haptic feedback on whether it accepted that input or not. Like a little buzz to let you know, oh yeah, we got that. We understood that. That's where my brain went. Then I calmed down and I thought, well, that doesn't mean that they're using it that way. And you're right, Sheen. That could mean a lot. This could mean, like I said, literally that they mean, oh, when you put the pen on the tablet, it's going to shake a little bit to let you know the pen touched the tablet. I don't need haptic feedback for that. And leave it to Onyx to do something like that. I half expect something like that, to be honest with you. But if they use it, if they put it to good use, another case in point too. Once the pen slides in and out different, well, maybe that wouldn't work. I was about to say slides in and out of different levels of pressure sensitivity, but it would be clicking all the time. It switches a level, and that wouldn't work. I don't know, man. I don't know how they would use it. I just think about how Apple uses it, and I think if they're going to use it in that way, we're good. I'd give up the ability to use other pens if they're bringing that to the table. We're going to see. We're going to see. Aaron says, I don't want my pen doing anything crazy while I write. I get it. And that's why I said if it was pressure sensitivity, it would be too much. And you don't want that happening all the time. I don't know if Onyx has the know-how to implement something like this as good as Apple does. I really don't believe. I don't believe they have the capability to even think in those terms, to be honest with you. They think differently about their gear. So I'm interested to see what they do. Dr. Ling says, I think the Apple Pen uses haptic to trigger different tools. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And I would imagine that they're going to use it in that way too, but I don't know. But that's just what my brain went. And then I thought, this is Onyx here. They don't care about your experience. We'll see. They're going to do something dumb. I know they are. They're going to do something dumb with this haptic thing, and it's not going to make sense. But over time, though, I think they'll figure it out. I think the initial implementation is not going to be good, though. But the good thing about Onyx is they eventually figure things out. They eventually get down to a point to where things are working somewhat good. It's not ever going to be super intuitive. I don't ever think, but good enough. All right, let's go back over here. Let's get back to the actual thing here. Yeah, that was a long sidetrack and long rant there about the stylus, but that was a good bit of info. I didn't know that. How to connect and charge Inkspire stylus to the Tab XC? Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. Like, come on. This is Paper Pro. I mean, Remarkable Paper Pro. What else we got here? All right, so we got a price of $759.99 coming soon. That's $110 more than the Note Max. Do we think that $100 is just about the Kaleido film? I would imagine they needed more horsepower on here. So bigger battery than the Note Max, so 55 milliamp hour battery. The same 6 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes of storage. Both running Android 13. Adjustable front light. They both have Boox Super Refresh. They both have that 2.8 gigahertz octa-core CPU. They both run at 300 PPI black and white, 150 PPI in color for the Tab XC. Kaleido 3 screen. I want to know though. I want to know if that's Carta 1300 under that Kaleido 3 film. I would imagine it is, right? Why would it not be? Like, why would it not be? So interesting, very interesting. What do we think, chat? What do we think? I like it. I like the form factor. It's the same as the Note Max. So, I mean, I like the form factor of the Note Max. This is exactly the same, just color. It couldn't be as thin, so they probably had to make any color Note Max a tab because they would have to make it thicker because of the Kaleido layer and the front light layer, because Kaleido absolutely needs a front light. This could not have been, now that I think about it, this could not have been a Note Max. This had to be a tab device. So yeah, just by the sheer number of things they would have had to put in it. Now will it cost more than $759 with the tariffs? I don't think so. I think that cost reflects the tariffs. I really do. I think if you're in business right now, you know they're coming. So, and they just released this information. So if you're in business, you know this is coming. To not reflect that in your pricing when you know that it's there would be kind of irresponsible. Maybe cheaper to fly out to China and buy it there. I literally think this is going to be the price, you guys. I don't think the price is going up on this. I think it's going to be $759. I say that because it's $110 more than the Note Max. Why 110? That's such an odd number. If it was simply $100 more, or actually $150 more, that's typically the pricing scheme, but not $110 more. Yeah, I think this is with the tariffs in mind, honestly. You see they haven't changed the price of the Note Max. That makes me think about it too. So we don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think it will be super irresponsible for them to come up with a price knowing the tariffs are coming and don't reflect that in your pricing. All right. Let's move on to the, what else we have here? To the Go 7 series. Let's take a look at that. So next up, we got the Go 7 series here. A compact 7-inch e-paper reader for immersive reading and instant idea capture. So this, to me, is a direct competitor to the Nomad from Supernote. The black and white version. A couple things we don't know. Is there writing film on this? Let's take a look. Meet the new 7-inch e-paper readers, Go Color 7 Gen 2. So the Go Color, and I think the Gen 2 is because it doesn't have a writing layer. The first Go Color 7, it was just a reader. The new Go Colors, or the new Go series devices, are also going to be tablets for note taking. But I don't know what operating system they're running. That should be interesting to find out there. It's ideal sidekick for commuters, outdoor enthusiasts, and anyone who craves immersive reading, spontaneous writing, and moments of relaxation on the go. Unmatched paper-like feel. Also, it does have a writing film on it. Easy jot down quick notes, and like I said, that's why I think this is a competitor to the Nomad. I wasn't excited about this until just now. I really wasn't excited about this until just now. Endless fun with Android apps, the entire library in one place, comfortable to use with physical buttons. I just think about how much smaller they could have made this thing if it just didn't have physical buttons. You know what this is competing with? This is competing with the paper white. Not really the Nomad. This is competing with the paper white. Yep. Direct competitor to the paper white. Two displays, two kinds of pleasure. We got color and monochrome here. Just looking at the pictures here. It looks like a stripped down version of the regular Notes app here that they got running. And when I say stripped down, I just mean it doesn't have as many tools on the face. I mean, it wouldn't be able to. I just think about how much smaller and thinner this could have been, maybe if it was just, I don't know. I'm still waiting for that form factor I want. This isn't it. This is cool, but this isn't it. My Nomad is still supreme in that area. All right. We got a color display, Kaleido 300 ppi, 150 ppi for the color, 300 ppi for black and white. We got a Carter 1300 on the black and white device. Ooh, water repellent and protection. Sounds familiar to the MobiScribe, right? It's MobiScribe territory right there. What else we got here? I'm trying to get a glimpse for what the operating system is they're using. Yeah, see, this device is more square. I don't. That's not. Yeah, I don't want this square thing. But the idea is very cool. They're making a small black and white device for like jotting down notes. Like I said, I literally, if you've been around the channel, you know that's exactly how I use my Nomad, just for note taking, jotting down quick notes, and then I expand on those, like on the Manta or on the Goat 10.3. I say this is a competitor to the Paperwhite because of the fact that they kind of the Paperwhite is marketed as e-reader, and then you can add little notes to your thing. This goes a step further in that it has a whole notes app. Not only can you add notes to your reading, but it has a whole notes app for you. All right, so yeah, so this is typical Onyx Boox note app fare right here. Rearrange notes in seconds with lasso tool. Stop playing. Y'all see that? Stop playing. Like they didn't even have to put that down there, but they did. Why? You're not. It's not happening in seconds. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll take seconds for you to lasso one thing and move it, but multiple things, we're talking minutes. The lasso tool is not that good. Now, I mean, manipulation-wise, the lasso tool is superb when you're trying to select stuff. It's such a mixed bag with this lasso tool. I love it because it intuitively, smartly selects the things you want selected. No other platform does that. Like manipulating or selecting text to be manipulated is the best on the Boox platform. It's when you go to manipulate that text that things get sketchy. Let's see here. What's we got in the chat? Maybe they set the price so people panic buy now instead of waiting to see what tariffs end up being. That like you right. This is this capitalism. This is business. That could happen. Super irresponsible though. But you can't write on the Paperwhite. Wouldn't it compete more with the Nomad? Like I said, I think this competes with the Nomad, but you can write on the you can't write on the Paperwhite. Maybe I'm thinking about. Is it the color soft? I could be wrong on that. My bad. I could be wrong on that. If that is the case, I could have swore they had a notes section for the reader. Huh. Interesting. All right. So yeah, maybe they don't have writing on the Paperwhite. My bad. But the scribe, yeah. But like I said, this could be considered as a direct competitor to the Nomad. Just the size. I say not because of the buttons that's on it, and they're insistent about calling it an e-reader with note-taking capabilities. Which I guess I've always said Onyx makes the book the best note taker the best reader app in a note-taking device. I've always said they have the best reader app. So they could market all of the stuff as the best e-reader that can take notes, because that's true. That would be a true statement. Supports 26 digital formats. They probably by far supports the most digital formats as well. Ample storage, seamless sync and access. Their sync is good too. Their sync is really good. I'm not gonna hold you, and it's free. Their sync to me is better. Well, Remarkable has the best sync, but you got to pay for that. The best free syncing in the game by far, in my opinion. Here we go. The Boox ink sense crafted for light bulb moments. Capture every stroke with precision using brand new stylus and ink sense. It gives you tactile feedback with 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity and glides smoothly across the screen. Oh, it's sold separately. That's interesting. If they're selling the pen that I think is a USI standard pen separately, are they shipping
a standard Wacom pen in the packaging with it? If so, are they using both standards? Then I think if this doesn't come with it, are they shipping a regular baseline USI pen in the packaging? Does that one not have tactile feedback then? This one does? Maybe that's the defining thing. Oh, whoa. This thing has a button. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I'm liking this pen. They should package it together. I think what they're going to do here, Aaron, is they're going to ship a standard USI pen with this device. It's not going to have a button, and it won't have tactile feedback. You'll just be able to write and erase with it. CJ says Wacom pens won't work with it. Copy that. Thank you, CJ. So yeah, that must be what they're doing. So they must be packing a baseline USI pen in the packaging that doesn't have a button, probably don't have tactile feedback either. And it probably doesn't have this nice nib at the tip, which looks just like the Remarkable Paper Pro carbon nib. Which, by the way, I love that carbon nib. I love that nib. That nib is nice. If you like paper on pen feel and sound, it sounds like paper on pen or pencil on paper, and it feels like pencil on paper. The best combination for pencil on paper there is. Oh, snap. Jay stuck in here. What's going on, Jay? Let's go to the chat real quick because chat got busy. Let me hit that up real quick, you guys. Let me make this smaller. Put this on something a little more appealing to look at. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the chat. No, paper white is just an e-reader only. The Kindle makes the writer Kindle makes as a scribe to write on. Okay, cool. I don't know why I thought the paper white you could write on. Maybe because paper white has a side panel. I assumed you could write in that side panel. I don't know why. Maybe you can type in the side panel. I don't know. Or maybe the side panel is just for things you highlighted with your finger. That could be what that is. Dr. Lean says, I think you can add notes on PWCS, but can only type on a sticky note. Okay. I think maybe that's where I got confused with the Paperwhite. Jay says, this is smaller than the Nomad, to be honest. Is it though? We're going to have to do some measurements, Jay. I think the Nomad is taller, but I think this is wider. And I don't like the form factor. It's too square. I like what they're trying to do. And I wholeheartedly think they're going to do exactly what I think they should be doing, which is to make a rectangular, very small, white and black e-reader or notepad that rivals exactly the Nomad. This could be it from them. The buttons, though, is what's throwing me off, and the square shape. That tells me that they're coming out with something else that's rectangular with no buttons. I wholeheartedly believe that's what's going to happen here. Jay says no. They're considering handwriting to be optional on this series of device. Okay. Wacom pens require a layer on the screen. This doesn't have. What do you guys mean by tactile feedback? So basically, they had a graphic that showed a title that says the pen has tactile feedback. Now, there's a video we could probably look at to show this. All right, let's look at this video. Yo, they killed it with the music. That music is a straight vibe. I would use that video. I would use that music in one of my videos. Okay. That didn't speak to our tactile feedback argument there. Okay, let's get to that tactile feedback. Where did they show it at? I think they showed it when they started talking about the pen. Yeah, I don't know where I saw that at. We'll have to go back to that. Let's look at learn more on the pen. Oh, it's sold out. I think Sheen said that earlier too. Let's look at the specs. Oh, this is only for the Go 7 and the Go Color 7 Gen 2. This isn't even for the Tab XC, you guys. Wow. That's interesting. That's super interesting. So that must mean the Tab X that must mean the Tab XC probably still uses Wacom. Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Let's go to specs. Multifunction side button. Replaceable pen tips. USB-C charging. Comfortable grip. USB-C charging. What the crap does that mean? I thought this charged by putting it under the... Wait, this is something different here? Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back, chat. 2 different pins. 2 different pins. All right, here's the haptic feedback. So it says includes haptic pressure sensor to provide tactile feedback during use. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but like I said, it reminds me, like I said, of the Apple, what Apple does with their new Apple Pen 2, Pencil 2. Yeah, but so one pen is this kind of solidifies me in what I was saying earlier. This new USI standard that they're using, these pens are going to be device specific, it seems like, because the USI pen that they're selling for the Tab XC is not the same pen that they're selling. That's this pen right here for the Go 7 series. 2 different pens. Both USI standards, 2 different pens. It's so interesting. So that tells me that we're probably not going to be able to go and buy standard USI pens off the shelf and expect them to work with whatever tablet you have that also uses the USI standard. They're locking, it sounds like to me, they're locking you in to the pen that they sell with the device. You won't get an option here. I mean, we'll figure out a way. We'll reverse engineer some things. We'll figure out something. But the point here being, very interesting turn of events here with this USI standard. Very interesting. Because if they're locking you out of their own devices with the pins, you can guarantee they're locking you out of other pins for other devices and any like solo pins you might buy separate from any device. No problem, Jay. We'll catch you later, man. We'll continue this conversation in the Discord. Again, become a member of the channel, the YouTube channel. There is a link in the member post. If you want to join the conversation in Discord, become a member. Join the Discord by going to the membership post, and there will be a Discord link in there. I'll actually put that link in the members post right now. Create another one. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. I think that's very interesting right there. Wow. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be locked into pins. This pen has a button, and it doesn't look like the pen that comes with the Tab they're shipping for the Tab XC. I don't think this pen has a button. I mean, if it did, they're not saying it. You can clearly see the button on the other one. Interesting. We won't know until this thing goes for sale. So because they're not giving us the specs on the pen right now. Yeah. They're not giving us the specs on the pen right now. So we probably won't know more about this pen situation for the Tab XC until it comes out. But like I said, the fact that it's two different pens and they specifically say that the Go 7 pen will only work on the Go 7 and the Go 7 Color 2nd Gen. Yeah, they're locking you out. Oh, I'm so interested to see how this plays out. I'm so interested to see how this plays out. I want to write this down. I might make a Reddit post today. Yeah, I might make a Reddit post today just to gauge the temperature of what people are thinking about this situation after we talk about. You know what? This might make a good video too. All right. Anyway, yeah, compatibility, super interesting. It's only compatible with 2 devices in their lineup. Super interesting. All right, what else we got here? Let's finish our Go Color 7. Yeah, the water resistance is super interesting too, because that's like the Mobi Scribe. The Mobi Scribe is water resistant or repellent as well. I wonder to what degree the Mobi Scribe is water resistant. Yeah, Aaron, I might be with you, bro. I'm gonna investigate this pen thing, Aaron. I'm gonna make a post on Reddit and see what the community thinks too. This is super interesting. For what I can understand, I mean, we only have one thing to go off of, which is the Remarkable Paper Pro, and the Remarkable Paper Pro reduced their pen to display distance when they came out with that USI standard like panel for their input and pen technology. They reduced their pen to display distance, pen to ink distance. So I don't know what that's attributed to. Is it attributed to their switch to USI over Wacom? I don't know. I just know that that's a fact. As an e-reader, it does look cool. But if you're just looking for the e-reader, buy last year's. Less expensive. I mean, they didn't have a black and white one of these last year, though. So that's the thing. All right, let's keep going here. View it with the best lighting. Mark up your books with ease. Direct highlight and annotate, make handwriting notes on your books with the Boxx Ink Sense to capture any inspired thoughts that come to your mind. I don't know why I thought the Paperwhite could do that. Wow. Jot down ideas as they flow. The Native Notes app, you can easily write down your fleeting thoughts, sketch random doodles, and make a simple travel journal on this portable e-reader, ensuring that no valuable insight goes unnoticed. This is a smart play, though. I won't lie. Turning a really good e-reader that they have into a note-taking app as well is smart. But I also know they're just going to come out with this size device that's, you know what, that's missing the buttons, that's probably thinner, more rectangular. I know that's coming. I like the cases, though. Well, I mean, one of the cases looks just like last year's case, but they added a pin loop to it. And the other one looks like it's a fabric material, which I absolutely love in tech devices that have fabric kind of materials. Leather's played out kind of right now for me. All right, so we got $219 for the Go 7. We got the Go Color 7 2nd Gen coming soon. Clearly, it's taking longer to get these Kaleido screens together than it is the regular non-Kaleido screens. Go Color 7, the original, $249. So I would imagine this does more pen, everything like that. Probably $299. Probably looking at $299 for this. Maybe even a little bit more for this Go Color 7 2nd Gen. Ooh. Well, it's a bump in Android to Android 13 over Android 12. So if that matters to you, then you might want to pick the new one. Other than that, no, everything is exactly the same spec-wise between last year's and this year's. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these Mira devices. Actually, what do we think about this? What do we think, chat? Are you guys excited by this? Is this a Nomad competitor? Is this a legit Nomad competitor right here? Does this make a difference between anybody? eInk says that this is going to replace our Nomad. I might be putting words in eInk's mouth. I might be. I could I could be wrong. eInk says decent price. Yeah, definitely decent price. Absolutely. $219? Come on, chill out. $219? Let's go back down there. $219 for a good black and white eInk device that could rival the Manta? That's half the price of the Manta almost. I mean, when you throw in a pen and a case, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this comes with the pen and the case. So, I mean, oh no, you know what? This might not come with the pen. This might not come with the pen. It don't come with the pen. You can write on it, but it doesn't come with the pencil, because if you don't want to write on it, you don't have to treat it that way. But if you want to, you have to buy the pen separately. That's smart. They went from really good music to the crappiest music you can pick. I don't know who's picking the music, but this dude need to get some consistency. Okay. I hate that the power button is on the bottom of the device too. They did that to last year's version. That's the dumbest place. You got the thing propped up on something, it just turns off randomly. Oh my goodness. I hate that. I mean, I changed the orientation on it, so no problem. But still, defaultly, come on. That's the orientation? Let's look at that pen again. Oh, come on. I get the perfect spot and then okay. Can I zoom that? I can't zoom it. Oh, chat. All right, we can kind of see this pen over in the right corner here. I wish I could get this better for you guys. For some reason, it's not going to work out for me. Does it look cheap? Is it just me? Or does that plastic look pretty cheap? It reminds me of the eNote pen. I like the eNote in a lot of aspects, but the build quality of the pen was not one of them. This reminds me of that. The gap in between the nib and the actual pen tells me that there is some pressure sensitivity sensing there. Same thing with the Remarkable Paper Pro. Onyx, they look at Remarkable does and they're like, oh, we like that. We're going to do it. I made that video a long time ago. All right. So, what do we got here? Let's go to the chat. Does it come with a case? Yeah, it comes with a case. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me go up to the chat. Oh, my goodness. I've got Chop Chat on again. Oh, my God. Listen, if I missed your chat from earlier, I'm sorry. For some reason, Google or YouTube defaults to top chat, and which makes me miss some of the actual chats that's coming through. So my bad. If you said something Now I missed it. My bad. I'm going back now. This may not be including tariffs, Jay. I'm hoping not. Jay also says Kenneth from Boox said on Reddit that it has some kind of software-based pseudo BSR. What does that even mean? What is pseudo BSR? Wait, are we talking about the 7 here or the tab? No, we can't be talking about the tab. Tab's a beast. We gotta be talking about the 7. Pseudo BSR. I guess the same could be said for the Palma, right? The Palma 2. Darlene says, anyone mid-change on Kaleido 3 versus black and white now that K3 has been out for a while? No, I don't like Kaleido 3. I mean, I like Kaleido 3 over Gallery. If I'm choosing between the two, I'm choosing Kaleido. I mean, it's still, I mean, Kaleido to me only produces greens well. The blues are too dark. The reds are just maroon. But the greens are perfect. The yellow is gold. Like it doesn't do it. But green, I love the green on Kaleido. Does it come with a case? She says, I didn't see that. Yes, it comes with a case. No pin though. I'm glad there's a full pin enabled version that's Carter 1300. That's exactly what I was hoping for. A fully pin enabled version. Which version of the Tab XC? Or are we talking about the 7 here, Jay? The case is on my receipt. Brian, I think they moved to probably USI status because it's a layer they can apply themselves rather than being beholden to whether or not eInk decides to add pin or any given screen. That's an interesting take. That's a very interesting take, Jay. Checking my receipt now. So not proprietary, probably. Oh, well, two things. Because the USI layer is something they can apply themselves, I mean, assume that's the case, I don't think that means that it's not proprietary. Because everything we've seen says that people are adding their own locks to USI. And maybe that's built into the standard. Maybe built into the standard are ways to lock out other devices or other styli. Because we've seen it. The Remarkable Paper Pro doesn't take all USI pins. And it's a USI standard device. We see it right here with the Go Color 7. Even within the Boox own family of devices, USI pins are locked to particular USI devices. So there is some exclusivity here. It might not be proprietary, but that doesn't mean it's not exclusive. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. Oh, you see what I did there? See what I did there? Understood, but having to charge the stylus is another obstacle, especially for the students I work with. One more thing that they will forget to do. Absolutely, Brian. Not only for charging sake, but just think about these. Onyx hasn't nailed down magnetism yet. They don't even know how to actually properly magnetize their devices to the pins or pins to devices. Remarkable has figured it out. I feel comfortable putting my pin on a Remarkable Paper Pro knowing that it's going to stay securely on the device and actually charge. Onyx hasn't proven to me that they figured that out yet. None of their pins' magnetic attachments work well. None of them. She says, nope, I paid $250 for no case and no stylus. Yeah, no stylus, absolutely. No case, though? That's interesting. I thought they said it included a case. I could have swore they said it included a case. Now we got to go back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no case. Wow. Last year's shipped with a case. So, you know what, though? Honestly, That's probably where they was like, okay, we would normally throw in a case that costs X amount of dollars. We can keep the device at the same cost despite the tariffs if we just take the case out and do not add a pin. To be honest with you guys, I'd rather them do that than to pack all that in and then charge me more because of the tariffs. Because some people don't need cases. Some people won't even use the pin. You know what I mean? So I would like to see it in the packaging when you can do it, but you know, considering these tariffs, smart move in my opinion. Magnetic case is listed as a free accessory on their website. No pin. I thought it said magnetic case was free, but in the unboxing you don't see a case here. Oh, that might be the difference. Well, no, actually, that's not the difference because, like I said, looking at what we're looking at here, this is the unboxing picture. The unboxing picture shows documentation, the device, and a charging cable. It doesn't show a case at all. Well, I think what happened was the literature on the site will be changed. I think that they made a mistake by saying that it's a free accessory on the site. I think that was written before these tariffs took place. Like they knew they were releasing this. That was written. The picture though shows exactly what's in the box, and that doesn't come with a pin or a case. Brian says, I really enjoy the fact that I don't have to charge the stylus when using EMR. Me too. That and I say the magnetic part because when you try to put a pin on a Boxx device, it doesn't stay there. So to think that to confidently feel like it's going to be charging when you put it there, you know, that's my problem. Cases come in a different box. So you're saying cases do come with the devices, CJ, but they just come in a different box? How much did you pay, eInk? I think people were waiting for this, or maybe they just didn't have supply on demand, or a supply on hand. I mean, I would imagine they would have less pins available than devices, just because they would think more people are going to buy the devices, and not everyone's going to buy a pin. But this is ridiculous. Maybe the tariffs are in place. Also, not for nothing, Go Color 7 Gen 2 is a bad name. Absolutely. Can we just say, I mean, what were they going to say though? Mark II? 7 2? They didn't really have a choice. They cornholed themselves on that one. Dr. Lean says, yeah, Jay, it makes it confusing now that there's a black and white Go 7. All right, let's go on to the Mira devices here. But that's super interesting. This is all super interesting stuff here. Oh, we didn't look at the actual specs on here, did we? I think we looked at the Kaleido specs. Yeah, all the specs were the same. Included in the box, standard only. Boxx Go Color 7 Gen 2. USB-C cable 1. Card tray ejection tool. Yeah, no case, no pin. Let's go on to the Mira. I mean, these devices it's just the same device. We're not even going to bother with that. We're going on to the Mira. All right, let's look at these Mira devices real quick, you guys. eInk monitors. I've been looking at these for a while. I haven't been impressed by them. I think the design is really old and ancient. It makes me feel like I'm in an old sci-fi film from the 50s. it's really yeah, I don't like it. I never have liked the design of these monitors. But the fact that they're bumping up the specs on them is what I'm excited about. Let's see what we got here. Front light technology, nothing big. Customizable refresh modes, whatever. All right, 25.3-inch Mira Pro. We got, I mean, almost 4K resolution. Not quite 4K. 16:9, 5 ports, wide angle. I just don't like the design of this thing. I don't know why. Is this all metal? Can we play this? Can we play this? Oh, this is changing the color. What? Stop it. Dual speakers can stream high quality sound, ensuring that you never miss a beat or a beep. Fit in every task. Mira Pro's stand allows you to lift, tilt, and pivot the screen to fit your needs. The VESA interface even provides more options for wall mounting. Windows 10, Windows 7. Extended mode, huh? Really? So you can extend it through there, but you can't use it as a main monitor for MacBooks or any Apple computers. Or suggested projector mode is extended mode. You can use it natively, I guess. Rest assured to use it in more ways. Okay, so they allow lots of attachment options. I don't know why I don't like this design. I don't know why, you guys. You would think I would love it because I love me some industrial design, and this is as industrial as it comes, but I don't know. What do we think, chat? Is it expensive? Oh, no. Why would they do that? Why would they do that and not let you? That was dumb. So we got 19. Let's save this. All right. So we got 1900 here. So its Boox Mira Series only supports direct mail from China. And US, EU, and UK warehouses are not supported for shipping. Some countries may levy tariffs on imported goods. For the amount of tariffs, please consult the local customs department. That may be what you were facing there, eInk, when you bought yours, is this little fact down here. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this design. I like industrial design, and like I said, this is as industrial as it gets. I don't know why I'm not a fan. I don't know why I'm not a fan. Maybe it's the angular nature of it. It just reminds me of an old sci-fi flick. The monitors, dude. Have any of you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? There's a guy, the person who directed that movie, does things in a particular art style. This looks like a monitor that would have been in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, in the scene where they were going to try to get what's the chick's name? Oh my God, this dude was always trying to save this chick in the movie. I don't remember her name. There's a particular woman in the movie who needs to get saved a lot. And she gets kidnapped, and they have to go to this one particular planet and the beings there are all about business. And in this business plan, like they had monitors everywhere where it was like an office and lines. And this is just what a monitor you would see an office worker working on in a place that had tons of people all the time. Like, I don't know, the Civic Center or something like that. I don't know. This definitely reminds me of that kind of situation. And that's why I don't like it, I guess. I don't know, you guys. I appreciate some good industrial design, though. And I appreciate the fact that that's not lost on me here. This is good industrial design, for sure. Let's go to the chat real quick. Jay said this Mira Pro is gorgeous. Yeah, it is. I don't like it for some reason. And everyone likes this design. I should like it. I should like it too, chat. I don't know why I don't. Dr. Nerd Ninja says, I have no desire for an eInk monitor. No way I'd pay that much for a monitor unless it cleans my house and cooks my meals. Got you. Something that occurred to me, people always complain about not having real access to their, e.g. Go 10.3 notes on the Palma. Even if I don't buy the pen, you should still get the Notes app on the 7's. You do, yeah. Even if you don't buy the pen. Good point. So you're saying the Palma should have a Notes app? It don't? I mean, it wouldn't be able to accept the pen input, right? But it's coming, Jay. You can rest assured that device is coming. It won't be the Palma, but that device is coming. Dr. Nerd Ninja. Okay, Aaron says Dr. Nerd Ninja add make coffee to the list. Yeah, it's got to do a lot of stuff for that price. I've never been a fan of these particular ones, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Wow. Okay. So that was the Boox update, you guys. That was the Boox update. Let's pivot to some Supernote news. There we go. Okay. I'm working with a reduced set of tools today. This is impromptu. I wasn't planning on doing this. The Palma didn't have a Notes app. Yeah. Okay. So Supernote halting shipments on devices. What do we got here, you guys? Let's take a look at this. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this real quick. All right, so we have here on Reddit an official, this happened 3 days ago. So this is on Reddit. Supernote US orders paused from April 25th to April 2nd. That would have taken effect today. So starting today, you can't order Supernote products from now until till May 2nd. And I think that's because they're trying to see what the tariffs are going to be like. Hi, US Supernote community. We're writing to let you know about a temporary change regarding orders on supernote.com for customers in the US. From April 25th through April 2nd, we will be temporarily pausing orders for the US market on supernote.com. Please note, trial open box products will still be available for purchase during this period if they are in stock, as they are located in the US. Why are we doing this? This temporary pause is due to potential change in the U.S. government policy regarding closing of de minimis exemptions. If you guys don't know, the de minimis exemptions are packages that are being sent that are over or under the $800 mark. They are subject to a different level. Different tariffs are levied on those particular parcels than parcels that are over the $800 mark. So a lot of companies have been able to take advantage of this de minimis exemption, but that's coming to an end. Policies like this and their effective dates can change rapidly and unpredictably. We can only set price adjustments in accordance with currently known policies. Our top priority is to be fair and transparent with you and protect your interests. We want to avoid a situation where price adjustments based on currently known policies could become inaccurate due to new tariff changes taking effect while products are in transit, particularly leading to undercharging our customers or overcharging our customers. Therefore, we prefer to temporarily pause orders until the situation becomes clearer and we can adjust our pricing structure accordingly. When will orders resume? We will resume normal sales operations on, and by the way, this is exactly what I thought this situation was here. They just don't know what it's going to be. It's an ever-changing landscape, and they're just trying to be cautious. We expect to resume normal sales operations on supernote.com for U.S. customers by May 3rd at the latest. If you placed your order before the pause in orders on the U.S. market, shipping of your order will be affected and you will not have to pay any additional fees. No, shipping of your order will not be affected and you will not have to pay any additional fees. The pause only affects the U.S. market. If your shipping address is outside the U.S., you can continue to place normal orders during this time. What are we doing behind the scenes? Excuse me. We're actively working on adjusting our supply chain and operations to minimize any potential impact this policy change might have. Our commitment remains to providing you with great products and service. Thank you for your understanding during this brief period. We appreciate your continued support for Supernote. That was the statement made 3 days ago. And like I said, that's taking effect right now. And as you can imagine, there's some conversation on Reddit. It's always good conversation on Reddit. But you guys can go and check that out and join that conversation if you want to add your 2 cents in with that. But I think this is a smart move. It's a smart move in a landscape where you don't know what's happening. Onyx has taken a different stance, as you can tell. They know this is happening. They're still putting new prices out. So, and as far as eInk says here, they may be just tacking that price on after the fact. That could be a thing too. You know, like I said, it's just unreasonable, but I feel like it's such an unpredictable landscape right now. Jay says, blah, 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 blah. No, eInk says, because of my migraines, an eInk monitor would really be helpful. Oh, okay. Still have no idea how to justify that price. I got you. Absolutely. I just wanted I wanted to be able to manipulate spreadsheets on the eInk device easily. Like I would do a lot of work in spreadsheets and man, I would love not to be looking at an LCD for these spreadsheet sessions I have. That would be my use case right there. I need to just go to China shop and come right back. Absolutely. Listen, you could probably jump on a plane too, Aaron, and do that. Is smuggling a possibility maybe in rum bottles? Rum bottles. Listen, it's going to get crazy here. It's going to get crazy here. But it's at least there's companies thinking about it. And we all knew this was coming. We all knew something was coming. Maybe not this, but we all knew something was coming. So, interesting stuff, interesting take. I applaud Ratta for the transparency as always. So thank you for that, you guys. And there's always going to be backlash no matter what your decision-making process is. But I think this is the best case for their customers to not be overcharged for something. And to protect them from not being undercharged for hundreds, maybe possibly thousands of orders. I cannot believe they would have that many sales at that price. eInk is such a niche area of technology. Yeah, they don't sell a lot of these. They won't sell a lot of these, and I don't think that's their thing. I think they play the margins game with this. Their margins will be just so high that it justifies it being there by sheer aspect if they don't have to do volume. There's a huge amount of interest in everything they revealed last night, judging by Reddit. Oh yeah, especially the Tab XC. I'm really interested in that device. I think, man, the smaller one, the Color 7, it could be a problem for the Nomad. It could be a problem for the Nomad. Not for me. It wouldn't fill that role for me. Yeah, no. It wouldn't replace my Nomad for me. Not the way that I use my Nomad. It's still all about the organizational tools on my Nomad. Even though I'm using it as a simple notepad, it's all about the organizational tools there. For me, particularly. All right, let's go on to Reddit. Let's see. Reddit post. Well, no, not Reddit post. I wanted to go on and talk about Ed. So just to throw some light on a situation Ed had going on. Before we get out of here. So my good friend Ed over at Organize for Change, you guys go check him out if you have not. I think everyone here knows who Ed is at this point. But Ed was at a event last night where he does a scholarship. So he gives out a scholarship. And let me just get the name of this correctly. It's the Angel Marie Finn Scholarship. that he was giving out to one lucky recipient last night, which is why he couldn't join us in our Discord talks last night. But you were there in spirit with us, Ed, for sure. But Ed was giving that scholarship out last night in his hometown in Indiana. And I wanted to shed some light on that here on the live stream. So this fund is a scholarship that goes out to a lucky student. It's $1,000 grant that they have going out right now. That they give to one lucky student each year, I think it is. And so he was giving out that scholarship last night. And I thought it would be cool to bring some light to that on the live here. So if you want to donate to a worthy cause where it's actually going to helping students get into schools, help them paying for school, this is a great way to do that. It's called, like I said, again, the Angel Marie Finn Scholarship. I put the link where you can donate to this particular scholarship in the show notes. So if you go down to the description, you will see the link there. Just click on the link if that's something you like to do and you want to donate to that. If you're that type of person who wants to give to that kind of fund, then you go right ahead. I just want to bring some light to that because I think it's a worthy cause. And to know that I know someone who's doing something that commendable, I wanted to shed some light on it. So thank you, Ed, for being an awesome person. Like I said, go check out Ed at Rants, or I said Rants for Change. That's me and his thing. Go and check out Ed at Organize for Change over there on his YouTube channel. He has a Patreon as well. He posts regularly. He's got a course going on right now if you are into the Supernote. Or no, I think it's what is it? I think his course is on. Let me get in here real quick. I think he's got courses on the Supernote and Obsidian, if I'm not mistaken. But go check him out over on Patreon as well. So yeah, just I think he's doing some really good work, and I want to help support that. So there you go. All right, everyone, that is going to be the show for today. I hope everyone got something from it today. This was a nice impromptu Rants About Tech live. I was planning on taking the week off to get all these hiccups taken care of, and clearly I have more hiccups to take care of. But we got a lot of the transitions taken care of. We got the Christmas music taken care of finally. And we're doing more things with Discord. So we're trying to open up Discord now, but I came across a hiccup this morning when I tried to do that. We'll talk about it. I think that's it. Again, we'll start next week with the live streams, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live streams, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. We're going to do a Saturday wrap up on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time to kind of whenever. So if you want to join some nerdy eInk chat or just regular nerdy tech chat, come join us during the weekday or on the weekend. Also, there is going to be a E-Team coming this Sunday. I think it's 1 p.m. Check us out, Eastern time. So check us out then as well. It's going to be a good time. I'll make a post about that and get more concrete information on that as well. It's going to be me, Ed, Jeffrey Moss, and we got Vladimir Kostic as well. It's always a good time when we get together and talk eInk. It's going to be awesome, especially since we have this news to talk about as well. So if you want more eInk topics or talk on the Boox products that were released, come check us out on Sunday. It's going to be on Ed's channel. I think Ed's hosting this one as well over on Organize for Change. So just, yeah, look us up there. And like I said, I'll get more information out. I'll make a post here today. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And until next week, take care. I think I got to all the chats. Did I get to all the chats? Oh, whoa. I didn't get to all the chats. Dr. Ling, the whole tariff situation reminds me of Michael from The Office getting 3 vasectomies. Do you know the toll of the tariff flip-flops take on the global economy? Yes, though I have tried using the Mobi at my conference, it was too slow to get notes created, customized, and edited. Gotcha. That's why this probably is going to be way better for you, Sheen, for sure. It pains me that you're not going to be using your Supernote. Jay says, yes, Sheen, it's very clicky process, a lot of steps with picking cover, etc. Okay, all right. That was it. Got through all the chat. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace. I got to do a manual sign off because my shortcuts aren't working. The manual sign off. How do I do it? Bye.